Hi, I'm just gonna show you guys today how to get this undercut hairstyle, how to style your undercut if you want your hair to look like a soft serve cone, which is what I did today. Um, so yeah, if you want to know how I did this, continue watching the tutorial. Hi, I'm gonna do a video. This is a request by an anonymous person on Tumblr. They wanted me to do a video on how to style an undercut. So I've had an undercut for probably about 3 years now, maybe 3 or 4 years. I've tried all different styles. When it comes to undercuts, longer on top, shorter on top. So basically, what an undercut is a hairstyle that is longer on the top and shaved around the sides and the back. It goes all the way to the back. I don't know if you can see that. Um, so, um, sometimes you see a lot of these haircuts on like blogs and like for example like Tumblr, like a lot of people on Tumblr, you'll see have like similar hairstyles to this. There's also this side cut, which is just one side or one portion of your head shaved. So yeah, some people have a hard time styling hair like this. Again, I've had short hair for 5 years now, so I have a lot of experience with it. So yeah, so basically I'm gonna style my undercut the way I style it pretty much every day. So it's gonna be sort of voluminous in the front and flipped up because I cut it off short in the front for the summer while it's still warm. So what you're gonna need is a brush. I just have like one of those little plastic brushes. It's really full of hair. A, uh, a hair wax or a hair putty, something that'll give your hair some grit. So I'm using Bedhead's Manipulator. This is like these products get really messy really easily, but it's like like a putty. It smells delicious. Um, so this will thicken up your hair, it'll give you some texture, you can play with it. I personally prefer a product that I can play with all day, and that's what's good about these waxes and putties. Um, uh, you might need, if it's really humid out, I tend to put like a hair glue in it because a lot of these have like vinyl in them. It has like a plasticky texture and it sort of like is waterproof and stuff. And I live in Newfoundland, so it's quite humid here and we get a lot of rain and fog, and so this sort of product is nice when you live in a climate like this. So I'm just using Got2B's Glued, which is a spiking glue. And this hairstyle that I'm going to do is also good for like you know if you're a dude and you have an undercut, or just styles that are longer on the top. um, I'm also going to use a hairspray. I it's Down Under Naturals hairspray. I don't know if it's like get a hairspray that doesn't have extra hold because it'll make your hair crunchy, and my hair is very top heavy. I'm very thick up in the top of my hair, and it will weigh your hair down. So you want something that isn't like extra hold that's gonna make your hair crunchy and stuff, because this hair glue, if you're gonna put this in your hair, will make your hair hard anyway, so you don't want to add any more product in there that's gonna weigh your hair down. So the first thing we're going to do is take some of your hair wax or hair putty on your fingertips. You can see it's a lot of, isn't too much. I guess you don't really need too much when you don't have much hair. So we're going to work it through the front and the top like this. You don't need too much. The thing with hair putties is that they tend to, sometimes you can see it in your hair. You'll get like this white residue. That's why, again, like I do prefer wax-based products. So like hair waxes, spray waxes are great too. So we're just gonna work it through the front just to get the general shape of, because you want to show off those shaved bits, right? So you just work it through the top, sort of swirl it in your finger if you want to get that little soft serve cone sort of look. Make sure you're, looking at it from a side angle as well, so you're getting all the little baby hairs and stuff. I'm gonna get a little bit more of that. If you're not doing this in your bathroom, make sure you have a wet cloth or something, because this stuff and the glue's even worse for getting off your hands. Um, so you might want to have a wet cloth nearby because this stuff sticks to everything. I'm actually going to leave the back down, I think, because I just prefer that look. It's just a lot less hassle, I guess. If you want to like sort of like work a little bit in the back just to sort of show the texture that you got in your hair. Cool. So there we kind of have the general shape that we want. So just really thick in the front and texturized. So next what we're going to do is we're going to clean this shit off your hands because, yeah. We're going to take a brush, sort of like wiggle it up through. Okay, so now you get the general idea of what the shape is supposed to look like. Okay, and I'm actually going to take some of that glue because it's really humid today, and I find that when the air is humid, your hair and the product, if it's not wax-based, will sort of like absorb the moisture in the air and make your hair kind of heavy, so you might need a little bit more hold, which is why I have the Got You Be glued. This is a weird product. Sometimes you have to shake it and like mix it around because there's almost like a watery sort of residue that can come out. If it does, just mix it in. If it sits for a while, that's what it tends to do. With the product tends to separate, but it isn't a big problem. You just sort of mix it together. This stuff has amazing hold. It's not really the same consistency at all as the other stuff, but the hold in this is amazing. So I definitely suggest this, and you can get the Got You Be products at the drugstore too. I've seen them at the drugstore. You don't have to go to a salon for really any sort of, like, you can get hair waxes and stuff at the drugstore as well. Like, you don't need to spend a lot. I think I spent quite a bit on this, probably close to 20 bucks. But the thing about the wax though is, and the putties, is that you don't need very much, and because a little goes a long way. Again, if you don't have very much hair, you don't need much anyway. So yeah, before this really sets in, you're gonna take your brush and work it through again. Cool. I have like a bit of a Jimmy Neutron thing on the go. So what we're gonna do is take some of this hairspray. Make sure you shake it up because this hairspray is kind of old, so it might come out sort of weird. Like, and feel free to, like, you know, mess. You can mess with this like all day if you want. It's the fun thing about undercuts and texturized hair is that when you use these products, you can work with it all day. Even if like you use, you know, the glue. Like if you use little, it's still, if you use very little, it'll still be workable and pliable. Just try not to put too much product in your hair because, and even with my hair is really top heavy, like I said, so it I might need a little more product than, you know, the average person. So just be careful with it. Make sure you don't put too much in there because you don't want that white residue like I was talking about. So just like sort of mist your hair. And again, don't you don't need to go for an extra hold unless you're like doing like a mohawk. Like if you actually have a mohawk or something, you might want, you know, to use the glue and like an extra hold hairspray. So yeah, that's pretty much the finished product there. Um, you can again like play with it as much as you want. Hope that helped you guys with your undercuts. So yeah, you know, there's a variety of different things I do with my hair, so if you have any questions, you can leave a comment or you can like message me on Tumblr or whatever. So cool. I hope you enjoy this tutorial. So yeah.